Hi, thanks so much for joining in. You're watching BQ Prime. My name is Alex Matthew. Now, we're in the last leg of the monsoon season here in India, and there are concerns that are once again resurfacing that the rainfall is in deficit. Now, it's not just about the quantum of rainfall, though, it's also about the spatial distribution of that precipitation. Where do things stand right now, and what are the expectations for the last month of the monsoon season? To get a sense of all of that, I have with me Mahesh Palawat, who is a Vice President, Meteorology, as well as Climate Change at Skymet Weather Services. Thank you so much, Mahesh, for taking the time. I will start with the first question, which is how has the rainfall been so far? And what are the various parameters that you can tell us about to understand how it stands compared with previous years?
See, Alex, this year we have seen the contrasting rainfall during monsoon season. In the month of June, the traditionally dry regions like Gujarat and Rajasthan received plenty of rainfall due to cyclone Biparjoy, well before time, well before onset of monsoon. But after that, rainfall was stagnant over eastern parts of the country, and northwest India and central India remained rain deficient throughout the month of June, and monsoon was delayed, onset was delayed over northwest India. But in the month of July, we have seen number of weather system developing over Bay of Bengal. They traveled in westerly direction across Odisha, Telangana, Vidarbha, Maharashtra, North Maharashtra, South Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, and Rajasthan, and there was the surplus rain was recorded over many parts of the country except East UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, and West Bengal in the month of July. And in the month of August, again the rainfall depleted, and impact of El Nino is more visible now over entire country. Although we have seen few good spells of rain in the rain deficient areas of East UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, and West Bengal, but these showers were not enough to cover up the rain deficiency of these regions, and overall rain deficiency has increased over pan India. As of now, it stands -8%. And going ahead, we do not expect any recovery in the monsoon statistics.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 8% deficient rainfall. And so, what can you tell us about the implications of El Nino? You're saying that the effect of El Nino has been more visible in August, which is why it has been so deficient. What are the implications for the month of September then?
See, Alex, in the month of September also, we do not expect any significant development over Bay of Bengal, either over Bay of Bengal or Arabian Sea. Although there may be a few short spells of rain over eastern parts of the country in the first week of September, that is Odisha, Chhattisgarh, parts of East Madhya Pradesh, and Vidarbha. But these rain will not be enough to reduce the rain deficit, but overall picture is very gloomy because northwest India, particularly Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, many parts of Uttar Pradesh, western parts of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Rajasthan, and most parts of Maharashtra will be almost dry, and we do not expect any significant weather activity, particularly over Gujarat and Rajasthan, which are because these regions are rain-fed. Irrigation facilities are very less over these areas, although western parts of Madhya Pradesh will be also rain deficient during month of September. So month of September overall rainfall will be below normal. So we can say the monsoon may end with a deficiency of more than 10%. So it is a drought-like condition over India, over the country. Although the IMD has revised the definition of drought, earlier below 90% was considered as drought, but now it is a deficient rainfall. So we are going towards a deficient rainfall.
So it is, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Mahesh, but we're right on the border of the definition of a drought-like condition, right?
Yes, we are on the border, and further depletion and rainfall is anticipated because we are standing in the deficiency of 8%, and the recovery is not anticipated in the month of September, although there may be some rains in eastern and eastern parts of central India, but most parts of the country will be rain deficient, and the monsoon withdrawal, which is usually normal date is September 17, but although since last few years we have seen the monsoon withdrawal delayed, and it reached up to in the month of October also. But this year, due to impact of El Nino, last 3 years were La Nina years, and this is El Nino year. So that's why the impact is already visible. So the withdrawal of monsoon may commence from western parts of Rajasthan between September 10 and 15. So now rain will be almost nil over western Rajasthan and Gujarat at least.
Okay, so when you compare to the long period average, we're talking about around 90%, therefore, for pan India. But can you break it as? I think you've already spoken about this to a certain extent, but just to drive home the point, there will be some regions, if we look at the spatial distribution, that have received reasonable amount of rainfall. I'm trying to get a perspective because, Mahesh, we've been talking about the implications for food inflation, the implications for the prices of several agri-commodities. So which of these areas that are crucial for agriculture have received enough rainfall, and which that are crucial for agriculture have not received enough rainfall?
See, Alex, Punjab and Haryana, they have received enough rainfall during month of July, and Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Madhya Pradesh. Rainfall was plenty in the month of July. But in August, rainfall depleted over these regions, and the rain deficient areas of East UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, and Pashchim Bengal, the West Bengal, they received some amount of rain in the month of August. But as because the surplus rain which central India and western parts of the country has received during month of July, this rain surplus has depleted in the month of August. So despite the plenty of rainfall over central India, that is parts of Vidarbha, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Rajasthan, but now as the weather is almost dry since last 15 days, that's why the rain surplus has depleted, and now the crops, particularly the crops of guar and moth and groundnut, cotton, soybean, all these crops will suffer in the particularly the Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, and Rajasthan. They will be most impacted, and the rain deficiency is persisting over eastern parts of the country. So we can say, despite good rainfall in the month of July, particularly northwest India and central India, the rain activity is now depleting. So the problem will persist now.
Yeah, certainly. I think that's my key takeaway. Mahesh, thank you so much for joining in and for giving us that perspective that 90% of the long period average and right on the threshold of what can be called drought. Once again, thank you so much for taking the time for speaking to BQ Prime. Viewers, there you have it. So implications not the best for the agricultural sector here in India, as well as for food inflation. And if you have been reading the newspapers, if you've been following up platform as well, then you will know that the government is already taking measures in order to sort of shore up the reserves of certain key agricultural commodities here in India. Rice, there has been a measure to curb exports, and there will likely be more measures to that end in the coming months as well. For more news and updates, though, do stay tuned. This is BQ Prime.